Hello again, everyone. In this video, I will deal with a topic which, as I've noticed, ails most beginners. You've probably played that way before, or seen your beginner opponents play that way, if you've only learned the rules recently, that is, and haven't gotten used to the game. And it deals with the problem of having only one turn, one stone to play each time it's our turn to play, that is, and the opponent has the same too. There is a saying, when all you have is a hammer, everything starts to look like a nail, and many new players fall victim to that because they, and you too, if you've seen my first video in this series, Beyond the Rules, know many capturing techniques. You know that on the edge of the board, you can capture an opponent's stone like this. It's already captured. Black can't escape. And if he tries, he will just lose more stones. You already know that. You already know that you can capture with a ladder. If this shape of stones, for example, occurs, then you play a black stone here, and you know about a net, the capture with a net. And that knowledge can be extremely helpful, but what you find you yourself or your opponent doing is trying to force it. Because that's all you know. All you have is a hammer. Everything starts to look like a nail. And so if an opponent's stones appear somewhere, you'll find yourself saying they're trying to capture it with a ladder or a net. So yeah, I'll play here, and then I'll just play here, and it's gonna let me do that, right? It's going to ignore, and I'll just play here, and I'll just capture it. And if it doesn't, maybe I'll just, instead of capturing it, play here, and maybe just capture it. Did it ever happen to you? I even see occasions where beginners play like this. Once the opponent has many stones together, they're actually trying to surround them. But hold on for a second. Before you find yourself doing such things, how many liberties does the black group have? Let's count it. It's 8 liberties. You will need 8 turns to surround it, or 7 turns to catch it in a ladder, or you get the point. You cannot do that with just one turn. You'll just be wasting moves. And besides, even in the previous example, even if the opponent has a stone near the second line of the board, sometime during the game, and you start trying to capture it, well, of course, he can try the same on you, and he has the advantage of 2 stones in 1. But also, what if he just ignores you? He goes away. And you take another turn. He ignores you, and you play a 3rd move. And now you know you've captured his stone. Well, let's say just play a move here. You may or may not know what you can do about this area of black. You may not know what to do about this corner, or you may know it already. Either way, which do you think is bigger, your single stone capture or everything black will get in these 2 corners with the moves he played while you were busy trying to capture him? I'm sure you'd start noticing the problem here. You have only one turn, so you have to use it to the maximum. You may not know what the maximum is, but that's fine. Don't expect to know everything at first. Just be realistic. If you see something will take forever to capture, many turns, in this case white will need 8 turns or 7 to capture in a ladder, or maybe even less. Maybe they'll Maybe there are less moves that will force the black group into a group which cannot survive. Then it won't matter, because the opponent either will not let you play all these turns without replying, or he will just ignore you and get so much more elsewhere because you're so busy trying to capture a stone or two or three. Don't fall into that trap. And remember, Go is a game of surrounding territory. It's a fight when you try to fight for territory. So make moves which try to sketch out territory. For example, the opponent plays on, don't just attach to him and say, I want to capture you. You may not like it when he responds and you find that your stone has less liberties. You may prefer to just sketch more areas or enclose your own corners. If the move you make helps you, and you can threaten, maybe you think that the move will threaten your opponent's stone and surround something. Great, play it. Think big, try to get a lot with each move. I'm not saying this move is good, I think it isn't. But if you think it helps you, play it. If your opponent ignores a move which you perceived as a threat, then go ahead, punish him, capture him. But as long as you play to surround territory or stones, if he lets you, you'll be okay. You'll be fine in the game. Just the moral of the story is be realistic. Don't try to capture something which takes a ton of turns to capture. Give your opponent freedom to play anything he wants or expect him to ignore you. That's it for now, and I hope it was helpful. You can feel free to leave your comments and suggestions below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!